This is the last in our series of solving quadratics, and in this case we're going to look at ones where you're given an equation and it is not equal to 0. Now what you must do is you must rearrange it so that it does equal 0. Right, now the basics here, if you change a letter or a number from one side of the equal sign to the other, you have to change the sign. We could do it by adding 6 to both sides, which would make that 0. X squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Sometimes it's easy to just think, well, I'm going to put that one over the other side and I'm going to change the sign. Okay, it's the same thing. So once we've got it equal to 0, now we just factorise it as usual, and you're getting lots of practice at factorising. What two numbers multiply to give 6 and add to 5? And the signs are both plus, and we're going to use 3 and 2. Whoops, I forgot to put the x in. And so x plus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So our solutions are x equals negative 3 or x equals negative 2. Okay, here's some for you to try. Move it down. Okay, I have to solve this quadratic equation. It's not equal to 0, so I'm going to have to rearrange it. So I have 0 on the right hand side. So I'm going to basically add 2 to both sides, or think of putting that over that side and changing the sign. And now it is equal to 0. Factorise. What two numbers multiplied by 2? They're both pluses, and so the only solution is 2 and 1. Only factors. And so we get x plus 2 is 0, or x plus 1 is 0. So x equals negative 2, or x equals negative 1. And there are our two solutions. Okay, rearrange first. X squared minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 0. Now it's equal to 0, we can factorise it. X, the signs are different because that's a minus, the signs are different. What two numbers multiply to 28 and have a difference of 3? Okay, what are we going to use? 4 and 7. Now we're going to put the 7, we're going to look at the sign, we're going to put the big number with the minus. So the 7 goes there and the 4 goes there. So our two solutions, and sometimes you can go straight to your solution, x equals negative 4 or x equals 7. Remember the opposite signs. Two solutions. Sometimes you have to change two terms over. So let's go ahead and do that. X squared, I'm going to change that over and call it plus. I'm going to change that over and call it minus. Equal to 0. Factorise. Look at the last sign, it's minus, and so the signs are different in the brackets. What two numbers multiply to give 12 and have a difference of 1? That's like a 1 in there. I can't use 6 and 2, but I can use 4 and 3. Where am I going to put the 4? Where am I going to put the 3? I look at the middle sign, my big number is going to go with the plus. And so my two solutions are x is equal to negative 4 or x is equal to 3. And there's lots of those to practice in the booklet and the book. Now the last type is, sometimes you have to expand it first and then rearrange it. Make it equal to 0 and then refactorise it and solve. Now if it's in factored form and it's not equal to 0, you have to expand it out. So remember how to expand. X squared plus 8x plus 3x plus 24 equals 14. Now I'm going to bring this one over and I'm going to simplify that all at the same time. X squared plus 11x plus 24 minus 14 is equal to 0. I'm getting there. X squared plus 11x plus 10, because I can simplify those numbers, equals 0. I am now ready to factorize it again, and I notice the signs are plus, so they're going to be plus in the brackets, and 10 and 1 make 11, and my two solutions are negative 10 or x is equal to negative 1. Phew! Try this one. I notice it's not equal to 0, so I have to multiply it out first. X squared minus 6x minus 5x plus 30 is equal to 20. Simplify the middle term and bring your number over. X squared minus 11x plus 30 minus 20 is equal to 0. Keep going. It's all about one step at a time. X squared minus 11x plus 10 equals 0. Factorize. X, the signs are the same. Look at that, they are both negative. And this time I've got 10 in that bracket and 1 in that bracket. And so my two solutions are x is equal to 10, remember the opposite sign, or x is equal to 1. Fantastic!